What's up, guys? We are back once again, and we are finally going to be discussing the movie that I know I've been wanting to talk about for a good minute now. We are finally going to be discussing Cruella, starring Emma Stone in this brand new Disney live action thriller movie. Now, I will say first off, there is a lot more good about this movie than what I originally thought. And then there was a lot more about this I didn't expect, but also this gave a lot of great backstory. Now, I will say that there was a couple issues with this film, not as badly as I thought. So, if you guys have not seen the film, I highly recommend you go watch it, then come back so we can check this out. But otherwise, let's go ahead and let's just talk about this, man. We really need to talk about this because I really enjoyed this film. I did because I was very curious on how this was going to go. Now, first of which, I got to give my hat, a clap, everything to Emma Stone portraying Cruella DeVille early on in the not just early on from a character standpoint, but the entirety of this film. She brought her own version of Cruella to life, and I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. And we have where if you mix, I would say Cruella and Harley Quinn, this is what you get, and I love it because I initially was scared, like, please do not let this movie suck, and it didn't. Now, it does start off with, we know her actual name, Estella, and she is being raised by a fashion designer mom, and she gets into school, she keeps, getting into fights and people picking on her because she was born with black and white hair. Then when she gets older, she is trying to become a fashion designer, but early on as a child, her mother and her have to leave the city. Her mother tries to go to a baroness for help, and her mother actually gets killed by this baroness in the movie that we see Estella, aka Cruella, working for, and then later finds out that this is the one that killed her mother, and she was going to avenge her. And she meets Horace and Jasper when they are all kids. They slowly become like family, become thieves, and then they start working together and they have their own hustle going on. And we even see Adita in this film, and she is not a white girl in this version. She is a black girl. And with Jasper, as a kid, you couldn't tell if he was the actor was rather mixed, or and then he looked like he was Caucasian. But the only downside I could see from the movie thus far was those two things, because I think when you do a character, you need to have the character look like that character to the best of their abilities. And when I say that, I mean actually have the character from start to finish. If you're going to create a character, actually have that character look like that character. But we do have where it really does get shown that Cruella, aka Estella, has two different personalities. She has split personalities, bipolar, and possible schizophrenia as well. And we see this transition, and this takes place, I would say, during the 80s. I think late 70s or 80s at some point, and she starts gathering different allies to take down the Baroness, because by day she's working as Estella, and she has her own way of making her own, I guess, work in the dresses, and then by night becoming this punk slash rocker Harley Quinn type of vibe with Cruella in this version. And it really is very entertaining. It's incredibly entertaining to see Emma Stone from different movies that I've seen her in. Superbad, Zombieland, Spider-Man, and other films, and see her now as like a villain, but in this version, she's not really the villain. I mean, she is a villain, but she's an anti-hero as well, I guess you could say, in this version, because she just wants justice slash vengeance for her mother. And then when it gets out more about the story, and I really don't want to give out too much of the story here, but there's a part in the film where we find out that a lot of the ways that you see her grow and to become more of Cruella, because the reason why she calls herself Cruella is because her mother calls her, well, your name's Estella, not Cruella, so that's how she got the name Cruella, and she always covered her black and white hair because she assumed this always got her in trouble, and she suppressed her darker side, and then when she starts finding out who killed her mom, that's when she let it out, and I thought it was cool that she did this, and we got a lot of, we, let me just say this, the soundtrack in this film, the soundtrack was lit, man, it was amazing. The soundtrack, almost every song I think I absolutely loved, because growing up in variety of different music, I absolutely loved it, and then seeing more and more of Emma Stone, it's almost like in every single scene she upped it. You could just watch, like, she upped it in every single scene. And also, having dogs in this film, we do see 3 of the Dalmatians. We see 2 other dogs, one that she has from a very young age, and he kind of becomes her own little dog. Now, I know a lot of people, or some, may try to compare her, oh, she's a Harley Quinn ripoff, or anything like that. You could say that, but it works. It does work in this era to where she does not come across as like the old fashioned, haggard slash, real crazy Cruella that we know from growing up. She's more of, I ain't gonna lie, Emma Stone was sexy as hell in this film. She was. She really came across very charismatic, very funny, sexy, sensuous, very had a sassy attitude about her, and it was really enjoyable to watch her throughout this film. And I was really shocked that I was enjoying it as much as I did, because I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, and I thought it was going to be okay. It's probably just going to be another, downhaul of a film. But we later find out, of course, the main reason why Cruella, aka Stella, is the way she is. We find out that the Baroness is her mother. She gave her up as a child, because as a baby, because when she found out she was pregnant, she couldn't handle it. She didn't want the baby, and she even has split personality disorder, more than likely, as well as bipolar, schizophrenia, and everything. They don't say that, but you can figure it out for yourselves. Now, she does take her throne at the end of the movie, so to speak, and it really does show of a possible sequel. Now, I don't know if they're going to be doing a 1001 Dalmatians to this, or they may be doing a Cruella Part 2 that will go through this, because again, with the age that she is possibly in this film, I want to say maybe in her mid to late 20s maybe, but when we meet Cruella, when she steals the dogs from the cartoon, I would say she's probably in her, I would even say maybe late 30s, 40s, possibly. I don't know. So I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do this, but again, I enjoyed it. I think it was a very good film. If you guys are a fan of 1001 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil, the character, go check out this film. If you guys are fans of Emma Stone, go check out this film. If you guys just want a good Disney movie, go check this out. Now again, I am not, the live action movies that I have seen for Disney, a lot of them have not been my cup of tea. I have not enjoyed them. You guys know this. I did not enjoy Aladdin. I did not enjoy Lion King. I enjoyed Jungle Book. I did not. I never saw Dumbo. I did not want to see Dumbo. I finally was able to see this. So I think that may be it. Cinderella, I never got to see, and I wasn't interested in seeing. But again, I think that this is probably my favorite live-action Disney movie right now. And you know what? I actually am going to say it. As of right now, this is my favorite live-action Disney portrayal movie as of right now. Because again, with how much issues that Disney has had trying to get a legitimate actress to play a character, I think that they did very well with Emma Stone. Even her doing the British accent, I think she did a very good job on. Obviously, she probably had help, which I think it really did show. As well as, again, I was really skeptic about this, but again, she really pulled it. I hope that she will get some kind of award for this. Hopefully, she will get. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying this is an Oscar status, but I would really hope that she gets some type of a like a reward for doing this film, and I think that the film will be doing well by itself. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. Did you guys watch Cruella? If you guys did, let me know what you guys thought about it. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was okay? Do you think, you know, it's good to see again? Honestly, I could probably watch this again maybe like in a couple days or the very next night. That's how I feel about it. I really did enjoy it. If you guys did, that's fine. If you guys didn't, that's cool too. Either way, let me know your thoughts are about this down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Leave a big fat like on the channel and the video. It does help against the YouTube algorithm, as well as also subscribe if you guys are new. But either way, hope you guys are enjoying your day, your night, wherever you're located in the world. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.